My last video, I was trying to explain. Okay, so I was trying to fix the error I have in this code in the previous video I made. What could be the error? Saying, okay, I feel the error should be from the way I enter this part. If I should run it now, okay. Now I'm having the output. Then moving on to the next question that says, okay, that's part 3. Part 3 is asking me that I should do arithmetic and operation and floor division. So basic operation, I should assign I should do addition, subtraction and multiplication. Okay, so I can move this up so that I'll be able to navigate through what I'm doing. So I can say I can make a markdown again and say let's say basic operations. So markdown. Okay, so this is, I'm making a markdown for the wrong code. Let's come here. So I can make a markdown. Then I was asked to do, okay, so I can say I can store the integers inside a variable so that it will be so easy to access through the variable names. So I can say let's say what am I doing? Let's say a equals to 10 and b is equals to 3, since that's what it is addition. So I can just say addition equals a plus b, then subtraction equals a minus b, then division is equals a divided by b. So I can print the result out and say print addition, print subtraction. I can say print division. So it's not going to, there's going to be error because I spelled it wrongly. So division, so it's wrong because Python is case sensitive, and I need to just correct the word to what is the division. So if I run this code, so obviously the last one is a float because 10 divided by 3 obviously is going to give a floating number. Then the next question asked me to floor division and modulus. So I can just easily go back to my code and say I'm creating a markdown and say floor division and modulo. So I can run it. So I can say a equals to 17. Same thing. A is the variable name. B is equals to 4. B is also a variable name. So I can say floor underscore division equals a. So that's for floor division. Then I can say for modulo modulo. I can say a modulo deals with something related to reminder. So that instead of giving out float to tell me the reminder, so we can say reminder equals a, then this is our, so I can print the results now. So print, so it's just going to so what modulo will do is it will give me the remainder of 17 divided by 4. Normally that's 16, then it remain 1, so it will give me the modulo that okay remain 1. So that's what modulo is all about. So I can just say floor underscore division, and I can say print reminder. So if I run this now, okay, so that's 4 and 1, so telling me that the floor is okay, is dividing by 4 without giving an output. That's 4. So I can just, to make it make sense, I can just give it a comment here and say, hey, sorry, I can just come here and say I can just come here and say floor division, and say floor division underscore division. So I can do the same thing for this. So okay, then the next question, okay, that's part 4, asking me to do it's asking me to do, oh, there is a part here that says it's okay, that says I should explain what happened in the modified data type. So what happened in this part, sorry I didn't explain it. What happened in this part is that it converts the integer to a string, then the second converts float to integer. So that's what I was just asked to do. Then moving on to the next one I'm trying to do now. So this is dealing with exponential. So I'm going to 4, it's asking me to do exponential. So I'm to use a library in, am I using a library now? Okay, I've not done the last one, exponential, calculate to, okay, so I can just, I can make a variable name and say exponential. Okay, so we can say, can make a variable name result equals 2 asterisk asterisk 5, then I can print the result. So since I'm to print 2 raised to the power 5, so I can just say 2 raised to the power 5 comma results. So I should have an output now. Then the part 4, okay, so I can just make a variable name and say part 4. Then part 4 as using Python, I think using Python module, yeah, that was what it contains, Python modules. Then I can just create import math squat, since it's a library in Python, so I can make this as a comment. Then I can say okay, import math, because I want to do something related to square roots. So I can say roots, which is a variable name. I can say math dot squat, so that means square roots. Now the squat, so that's 16, that should be 4, that's the output. Then it also happens to do factorization, so I can say factor equals math dot factorize, so 5. So he asked me to do the power too, so I can say power equals maths dot power. So I can say 2 comma 3. That should be like 2 raised power 3. So I can print the result and say print root, print factor. I can also say okay. I can also say print power. So telling me that okay, 2 raised power 3 is 8, then 5 factorial is 120, square root of 16 is 4. So the next question says I should create a simple module. Okay, so I should create a simple module. Okay, so I can just say, since I'm to create a simple module, I can just say how should I go about it? So I can just say I can make a comment again, creating simple module. So I can say so there's something called def function that I read about, and def function to my best of knowledge, I feel like def function is like sending something to do something for you, and you should bring out an output. So that's like the perfect way I really understood what def function is. So I can say def that's a function. So def, since I'm trying to create a simple module, I can say def square num, since I've not entered any number. So this, I can say okay, then I can create this triple quoted string and say returns the square of a number. Then I can now return maybe return num. I can enter any number. I can say square. I can say 8. Let me say 8. Then I can run this code. Then let's move to the next one, which is the part 5. He said I should fix an error in this code, given that so I can just, without writing it, I can just probably just copy this code like this, so that I can paste it there, so that I can know the error that is there. I can paste it like this, so I can do a markup. Okay, I can create a cell up like this, so I can create comment that okay, I'm working on another code. So I can say part 5, debugging and experimentation. So I can say okay, so okay, let's say 4. Okay, okay, let me say 16. Unsupported type of string. What's the error? What the question asking is okay, the question is giving the following code, fix the error and explain your correction. Okay, actually explain my correction is that the input did not return what kind of string I am passing. So it does not know whether it is an integer, it does not know whether it is a float or whatsoever. So I can easily give it the kind of stuff you want. So I can come here and put maybe int then I can say plus, I can say str, so that you know that it's going to print out a result. So I think if you take a user input like 16 now, okay, so I fixed the error. So basically it's because I'm not telling the stuff what kind of input is taken, whether it is a number, whether it is a string, whether it is a characters. But now I'll be able to differentiate that, okay, you're taking an input of integer, so you know that, okay, this is what I'm meant to do. So that's the error I sensed the code as. Then I'm asked to create an infinity loop. Okay, so that the code will keep running. Okay, so I can basically say that can basically say that uh, I can basically say that y true, I'm printing a result. So print this loop will run forever. So if I run this code, it will definitely keep running and it will never end. So this, because why I'm printing that result, if it's saying true, it's going to keep running. So how Jupyter handle this is it will keep running it manually. So unless I interrupt the kernels. So if I keep running it, the Jupyter will become unresponsive. It will keep hanging. It will just be going, it will not stop. It will keep taking that input because it's true. It will keep running forever until that kernel is interrupted. So you can interrupt the kernel by coming here and say, okay, so I can interrupt a kernel here. So that is what that stuff is talking about. So I can say Jupyter keeps taking it manually and becomes unresponsive at some point until kernel is interrupted. I can make the comment on that now. Then I can print the last result so that I can stop the code. Okay, so I was asked to run it and explain what is happening. Okay, so basically what's happening in the first one is that 5 and 3 is taken as, okay, for the first one, 5 hours, 5 and 3 is taken as a string, not as a number, as a string. Why for the second one, 5 plus 3, an operation is going on. So which is additional operation. I think that's what the code asks me to do, and that brings me to the last part of assignment 3. So I can literally just make a markdown and say markdown and run it. Then can stop the code now. Thank you very much.